Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about dating, relationships, and sex in college. I can't talk about dating and relationships in 2014 without talking about sex. So if you're watching this video beyond this point, you give me permission to be real. Let's start by saying, don't think you're going to go to college and fall in love with the first hot guy that you meet and you guys are going to be college sweethearts and la 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 la. That is not realistic. And I know that's crazy coming from me because I went to college and I got a boyfriend, but that's not what normally happens. Like, girls just don't go to college and have a boyfriend and they're happy. Like, it doesn't really work out that way most of the time. Prior to college, I was in some really bad relationships. I didn't have a cousin or older sister around to tell me about boys. My dad never talked to me about boys, and my mom talked to me about boys. But you know, being young, you really don't want to hear from your mom about relationships and sex and all of that. It's just kind of like, oh, don't talk to me about that. I can honestly say a lot of things I learned about guys were through experience or asking guys like, why do guys do this and what made you do that. So, I never really had anybody older to like tell me like this is right and this is wrong. I definitely have been the girlfriend fussing with other girls. I've been the girl fussing with a girlfriend. I've been lied to. I've been cheated on. I've dated a guy with a baby, which is completely horrible. Never do it. I'm telling you, that is the worst predicament to put yourself in and knowingly put yourself in it. Like, it is just horrible. I feel like there are some things you need to know about guys before going to college. So freshman guys, when they go to college, they're inexperienced. They go to college thinking like, oh my god, it's going to be so many girls to hook up with. They're not really thinking about relationships. Versus us females, you know, we want to be in a relationship. I don't know if it's just like us girls, that's just how we are built, but guys are built totally different. When they go to college, it is just like girls, 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 you. Normally the guys that you're going to find in relationships and willing to make you their one and only are the guys who are already experienced and have did a lot of things in college with girls. They are the ones that's kind of like so over the whole having multiple girls. Those are the ones that you're gonna see like in relationships. There are girls in college with guys who cheat on them constantly, but that just means the guy is not ready and the girl is just boy crazy. I like to say boy crazy because she's not stupid. A lot of girls have to experience like being cheated on, and it has to get through their head to know, you know, their worth and that they shouldn't be put through that or go through that with the guy. So I say boy crazy because she doesn't know her worth yet, you know. Half of the guys you date in college will not be ready for a relationship. My boyfriend is on the basketball team, so I get to see all his little friends who have girlfriends at other schools but have Shannon, Keisha, and Sam over at nighttime. So I just get to see a lot of things. I've had friends who've dated a guy and hooked up with them in a week, and then it kind of didn't go too well and he's on to the next one. So I've seen it in college happen. I can't speak on having a relationship with a guy at another school, but I would just say this, that if the guy isn't ready to be in a relationship, don't force it, don't do it to yourself. If he goes to a college that girls just throw themselves at you, guys have a hard time like turning down, saying no to people. So if he's not like a strong male who's just like, yeah, I want to be with you and I want to do all these things, don't put yourself in that situation because you're going to be so consumed with what he's doing and where he's at and who he's with that you're not going to enjoy your college experience. So I personally wouldn't want to date someone at another school, but it does happen and you do find good guys sometimes. If you are in a relationship and you are doing the whole long distance thing, I would say FaceTime, trust, communication, and honesty will be like your relationship's glue that holds everything together. Me and Dominique, he lives in Atlanta, I live in North Carolina, and we go to school in Maryland. So I'm with him all the time, but for like Christmas break and summer break, we do have a long distance relationship. So I feel like if a guy really wants to be with you, he will show it. I know the first time we went on break, Christmas break, I basically told him beforehand, like, I'm not sure about this relationship. I don't know if it's going to last because I don't know what you do in Atlanta. You know, I was just basically real with him. And basically we both came to the conclusion that if we made it through the break, then that means that we really want to be with each other. So during the break, he just did small little things that made me have reassurance. Like he would tell me when he was going out. He would FaceTime me while he was out. He would call me when he got in, or he just didn't do things like single people did. You know, he acted like he was in a relationship and made sure that I was okay with him going out, and just little things. Casual sex. So casual sex is when two people are just having sex, but they're not in a relationship and they're not dating, they're just having sex. So in college, when people are casual sexing, it's mostly with multiple partners. Like you will have one guy who's having sex with one girl, but the guy's having sex with 10 girls, and then the girls that he's having sex with may be having sex with 2 guys. So it's kind of like this big thing. I don't suggest casual sexing at all. Like I feel like you should hold yourself up to a higher standard than that. Like you don't want someone to be settled. You know, when you casual sex, you're basically saying, yeah, I don't have to be your girlfriend and I don't have to have any title or anything. We're just having sex. STDs go around, people get pregnant, you know, all of these things, and it could be with a random person that you don't even know or don't even like that, or wouldn't even want to have a child with. So just take that in consideration. Like casual sexting, no, we're just going to say no to that. Okay, so this is the part where we talk about having standards. As a female, you need to act like a lady. It is so easy to go from being this freshman in college to being the hoe in college. You know, word gets around. Even if you're at a big college, word gets around what girl, you know, who the girl is to have sex with, and he's going to send all his friends to go have sex with you too. So I mean, just hold yourself up to a standard. If you know when you get to college that you want to have a relationship with a guy, even talk about having sex with, then do that. Don't let a guy talk you into doing anything you don't want to do. You know, I don't care how hot he is. He could be hot and dumb, you know, like have some morals and some values. So I suggest like setting some standards before going to college. And definitely in college, you can stay out as late as you want to. Say you go on a date with a guy and it's like you get back at 1 o'clock in the morning and he invites you inside or whatever. Just because you're in college and you can stay out as long as you want, don't be like, I gotta go inside, or you got something to do. You know, don't stay all out to 6 in the morning with this guy. It just doesn't show that you're a lady, like you just kind of doing whatever. Along with that, when you're dating, I would say make your intentions clear. If you want a relationship and the guy comes back and says he doesn't want a relationship, but y'all can be cool and you can be his little boo, don't settle for that. Like, you know what you want. So why would you hook up with this guy in hopes of that, you know, he may change his mind and be with you when he already told you, you know, he doesn't want a relationship from the jump, and then you end up looking stupid and hurt because he's on to the next girl. So just beware of the different types of guys. There's going to be guys who like are really sweet, and then there are going to be guys who are players, and you need to have your little flags up, you know, check in, player, I don't know. So when you're in college, I would say play the dating scene smart. A lot of people are not in relationships in college. We're just going to keep it real. And if you're going to be dating a guy, I would say play somewhat hard to get. I don't mean like don't text back or whatever. That's kind of childish. But I mean like don't be so available to guys. Like, you know, be that girl that the guys can't get, basically. Guys like girls like that. When nobody can have the girl, all the guys want you. But when you're just available and dating all these types of guys, then it's kind of like, you know, oh, my homeboy had her. So just don't be that type of girl. If you're in college and you're dating or in a relationship, you'll notice that dates aren't really like, oh, going out to eat and going to the movies and stuff, just because everybody's kind of broke. So a date may be Netflix in the guy's room with popcorn or something like that. So you really have to figure out like really cute, affordable dates that's fun to go on. If you follow me on Twitter, me and Dominique like always eat steak. Like, we're bougie, okay? We will go broke over some food. We like, do we got enough money to go to Applebee's? Like, we're just so freaking fat. I can tell you guys to do this and to do that and give all the advice in the world, but it's college. You're going to go on dates, you're going to experiment, and you're going to do things. I'm just saying, be smart with your decisions, make good choices, know the guy that you're dating, actually get to know them before taking things to the next level. Talk to them, see where their head's at. If their head isn't in the right place, move on to the next guy. Yeah, I wish I could give girls more advice on how to keep their relationship and things like that, but honestly, everybody's relationship is so different. I know with me and Dominique, we're just really open with each other. We can talk about anything. I can ask him anything about his past, anything about anybody, like, and he's going to tell me. Like, we're just very honest with each other. And yes, really nothing I don't know about him, or nothing I couldn't ask, or nothing he wouldn't tell me. So I don't know, it's so different, because some relationships, the girl or the guy may be more secretive. You know, they don't want you touching their phone, going through their phone, and all this. It's just different things about relationships that make everybody different. I feel like talking about dating, relationships, and sex is so hard just because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's going to go through different things. But I hope you guys found some advice in this video, or some knowledge that you didn't know. Down below, tell me what's next in the college advice video. If you have any more questions about dating, relationships, or anything, like, let's talk down there. Like, if you have an opinion, definitely put it in the comment sections. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.